Welcome here, guys. Today we're talk about the 5 signs of an 5D awakening, which means that you are in a process. Like literally, you are the universe in this moment where you are the process. And here's 5 things that I think is first of all very basic but very common, and I've gone through them. I will work with people that have gone through them. I remember very early in my kind of like awakening phase where I didn't realize that I was in this kind of like awakening, because I was just like, why do I feel different? Why do I experience my life to be so different to what it used to be? I used to be very content. I used to be like very like satisfied in a bad way with my life, and all of a sudden all of these signs came up. And if I would just have known this, like this is for everyone that is just like me, but out there, and they wanna get some certainty in that this is their process, and they can lean on that a little bit more. Okay, so sign number one. You had some sort of event experience. There was a point in time where something shifted. Often it's pain that it comes with, and the pain drives you to this sort of point in your mind where you no longer resonate with the old. You start to question things, and you're like, who am I? What am I doing? Like, what do I why do I do all of this stuff that I've been doing? Why do I experience the world in the way I do? And this point of time, I remember for my own journey, my father passed away, and I was in really much in pain. My rest of the family, they took everything from me. They separated me, and they said I was no longer a part of the family, and it was just a very painful time. And I remember back then how I was just so confused, and I didn't really know, like, what is happening to me? Am I going crazy? And I tried to kind of like protect things, and I tried to do what I thought was right, but everything just led me to standing there by myself without anything. And that pain of like, first your father is taken away, and then all of your stuff is taken away, and you have nothing. That creates something inside of you that would just like, you know what? I am sick of this stuff. I'm gonna make it myself. I'm gonna do this thing. Maybe this is happening to you. I've heard from other clients where they literally just have been reading things, and something has clicked inside of their mind, and all of a sudden they're on the same journey but in a different way. So we're all getting it the perfect way for us. There is no like, this is the way. I'm just saying that it might be an experience, or it probably has been an experience and a point in time where something really shifted, and after that nothing is the same. In around 2012, when I had mine, the Mayan people and the Mayan calendar, they predicted a new earth. And in my hallucination, this is very accurate for me. I really think that that was the year that literally everything shifted. And from 2012 and up to basically now, there's been a lot of shifts. There's been a lot of movements in things, and there's been a lot of, if you just think back what happened all of these years, it's crazy. Especially from like 2017 and up. But it really started back in 2012 in my hallucination. So if you're new and this is like, yeah, this happened to me last year, well, then you're really early on the journey, in your own journey. And the other signs there will maybe help you to understand and realize that you can just relax, take it easy. There is no need to kind of like push anything, because it's just gonna play out perfect anyway. You don't have to care about anything of that. So the sign number 2 is that you are no longer resonating with the old. Like there's a part of you, it's like you lived one life and then you stepped into a new life. And everything that was in the old life is no longer resonating with you. Maybe that was a job, maybe there was people, maybe there was a house you lived in or a place you were in. Nothing of that. It's like, I don't wanna know. I don't want to do that. Or it could be like you've been drinking and partying and like you've been out late and now you want to go bed like really early, or you stopped alcohol, which I have another video on also, by the way. Then you're in this place of like all of the stuff that I used to think was really fun is no longer fun. Like, why is it that the things that I really like doing, they don't satisfy me anymore? There's nothing that satisfied me at all in this space where I had been fulfilled and I really liked, and now I don't like it. That's a really clear sign that you're shifting into this new. It's just a new energy of consciousness, and we're moving into the 5D. And sign number 3 can be. This one was really loaded with a lot of shame for me. It was loaded with a lot of anger, resentment, and it was loaded with a lot of resistance, to be honest. And but it was something within me that just like wanted this number 3 to really happen, and that is that you feel an extremely strong urge in educating yourself and expressing yourself. And if you've been following me, maybe you know I've been doing surgery on my throat, and that is from my throat chakra being completely blocked, and all of this energy that wanted to express couldn't express, and that's why I had the cyst. But in this kind of like awakening phase of moving into the new earth, you then want to express. Like there's a huge urge in you and speaking your truth, saying the things that you haven't been saying to people before. Maybe you've been in a relationship and there's been a lot of things that you have been scared of saying that you want to tell them or express them, and that can be on the side of like, I love you, I care for you, like you are amazing. I remember I had so much problem expressing beautiful things to people, and I've been waiting for like, and I couldn't get it out of my mouth. And also sometimes it could be like, yeah, I want to express my needs, I want to express my wants, and I want to express what I really would like to do or experience in this lifetime, but I just can't. And all of a sudden in this shift, you feel like you want to express, like it wants to come out of you. And this could be a place where there's a lot of like shame, like what do people think about me? What happens if I say all this stuff? Because I don't used to say these things, and people look at me like, oh, you have changed. Like, why have you changed? And now you're saying like you don't used to say these things. So there could be a lot of fear, shame, guilt, kind of like place where you want to say them, and or like you just say them a little bit, or like you just say them to certain people, but actually, you know what? I want to say it to a camera. I want to put it out in the world. Or like I want to call someone and I want to say things, but maybe I don't dare, or like. And here what I experienced is that if I never regret anything, but I would really like to express more. I should have expressed even more. I remember when I started, the people I used to hang out with, they really rejected me, and all of a sudden they don't want to be with me because I was saying all of this stuff that I normally didn't say. I was speaking a lot of truth that they could also resonate with. But they didn't want to kind of, no, I don't want to go there, because if I go there, then it means that I need to change all of my life. Michael is crazy. He's doing crazy stuff. Like, no, I just want to live in my box where I built my life, and I want to stay there. I don't want to get out of it. That's why I kind of like, I want to, all of the people who pushed me away, they either deleted me or they pushed me away, and they just there was no resonance there anymore. And I was really devastated when I saw all of these people like, why? I'm speaking my truth, and they leave me. They delete me. And they do things that, it's like, why is that? When I'm speaking my truth, they're deleting me. So that could be a really strong sign that you are going through. And be prepared, because when you change your vibration, when you change all of yourself, all of those old people, they're not going to resonate with you anymore anyway, and you don't want them to resonate. But I thought in my mind, like, now I was doing something bad, and like, I am bad, and like, no, ooh, I want to keep them around because I felt lonely. You know what? No, there's new people coming into your life. There's new people coming into your life that's way better. Those people were there for a reason. You believed that they were gonna be there all of your life, and you thought that other people won't come in. I tell you, there will be amazing people. Yeah, like you're watching this with me right now. You would probably not watch that if something hasn't shifted in your life. You literally created me to come into your life and tell you these things. I am 100% sure that that is how when we level up our own game, like there's new things that we need to consume and we need to hear and speak from other people. Like we need to communicate in a different way. So this point, very emotionally charged. And number 4 was for me like a big thing for me, like a really big thing. And number 4 is like you no longer resonate with your hometown or in the place you live in. You feel that that is no longer where you want to be. You feel an urge to find a new place in life. You feel an urge to maybe move. You feel an urge to get a new, it can be like getting a new apartment, a house, living in a community, moving to another country, which I did. And I want to travel. I want to travel the world and I want to live all around and I want to see what's out there. I want to experience the world and I want to feel alive again. I want to move around. I don't want to have a base. I want to minimize everything. I want to sell everything I have. And I want to live my life from a backpack, for example. Could be. But it also could be that you just change the apartment. But here is like, you have relationships with your apartment or house. You have a relationship with your home. Relationships are not just with people. Relationships are with the land that you're in. And sometimes the area, the land, whatever you want to call it, is serving you for some time. And then later on, you move on, and that space is serving you for some time. Here is like, if you're attached to the land or the place or whatever, because it's really easy to get attachments to things and people and areas, letting go of the attachment will actually give you what you want. I sold properties that actually generated a lot of money for me and that could have delivered money for me the rest of my life. But I was so attached and I couldn't change my emotional connection to the place. So I actually chose to cash out and sell it, taking that money and investing in other stuff. That's a completely different video. But you need to let go of the attachments to the place and basically go on the hero's journey to get you out in the world. And when you get a calling, you go for it. Maybe you feel this huge urge of like, something needs to change. I can't stay in the same place. I just can't stay in the same place anymore. When you do this, life will never be the same, and all of a sudden you're on a journey that you even couldn't thought was possible. Like, you will experience and meet people, have synchronicities and understandings of other places and beings that you never even thought was possible. But the urge of moving and cutting the relationship to your place is number 4. This thing is number 5, and it struck me really hard. And for the most people, they can't handle this. I know you are a badass, so you can handle this thing, but most people, they can never handle this, and they will push everything away that will make this thing happen in your life. Number 5 is that you realized that you lived a lie. You realize that you've been living a lie, and everything that you believe to be true, or like a lot of the things, is not true. How to do things, what to eat, how to behave, even like celebrating Christmas, maybe it's like, oh shit, it's made up. Like, it's just made up. I don't have to do it. It's just it's the collective they're doing it. But life is actually something more. Or it can be like, I lived a lie and I realized that I was with people that I didn't even like. I lived a lie and I was building something that I not thought was really true. Like, I lived a lie in believing that money would make me happy. Even though money is really fun and you should make a lot of money. But I lived a lie that material possessions would make me happy. Or I lived a lie that I was supposed to have this type of woman, but you know what? I actually like this type of woman over here. Or I lived a lie that I should have one place, and you know what? I want multiple places in my life. It could be anything, and it could be multiple lies that you've been telling or being told by other people, and all of a sudden you see through. You're like, I see it through. Like I understand that it's not just this or this, it's this and this. And I can have it all if I want to. I can have everything I want. I don't have to be broke anymore. I don't have to be poor. You know what? I can have a business. I can go and make my dreams come true. Or like I can do things. Maybe the people around you has been saying like, no, 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 it's not possible. It's just like other people that does that. You can't do that. Nah, 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 nah. I remember in my journey, there was a lot of people like, no, you can't. Now you can just start a business. Nah, 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 nah. You can't do that. Who started the business? Who made the money? Who set himself free? I did. If I were to listen to all the people, to their truths, I would know. I would probably kill myself. Like I would be like in a place where I would feel really bad about myself, and that would not have been fun. People will project all of their truths onto you and what they think is possible. So when you're in this phase and you have this you have all of these signs, you will hear through other people's beliefs because it's their beliefs that being kind of like moved on to you. And if you choose to believe them, you will buy into their paradigm and you will get stuck there. But in this phase, you will understand that you need to find your own truths. Like, what is my truth in this? What is my reality? I stopped listening to other people in this phase. I realized that I've been listening to a lot of people and most of it was bullshit crap. This thing could be a moment of like loss. I can feel despair. I can feel sadness because you believed in them. You believed in all of these things. And all of a sudden, it's like you're breaking up with someone and you're like, oh, like this relationship that I had with this, it was so nice to believe all of this stuff. But now I can see through and like, oh, I feel sad actually that it wasn't true. This had happened to be more. This will come in layers in your progression and your transit into the 5D world. It's something that it's like every time you do, you leave like sadness and anger might leave your body. Your guilt will leave your body. Your shame would leave your body. All of a sudden, you're like, you know what? You will come to a point where like, I am free to believe anything I want. I am free to do whatever the heck I've been dreaming about things. Now I don't have an attachment to those beliefs. It's like the Truman Show, if you've seen it. If you haven't, go watch the Truman Show. Subscribe to the channel because that really helps me out I'm going to start this new kind of like phase where I talk about these things. So subscribe, I would like that because that will help a lot in this process. And I love you and I hope you are on your journey. And remember, trust the process. It's all going to be fine.